Congressman, on a totally different note, today marks 6 years since a gunman killed 14 students at three faculty members at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. You're a graduate of that high school. I wanted to take a moment to hear your thoughts this morning.
Yeah, Mika, thanks. It's, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day anymore. I haven't in 6 years.
Yeah.
I graduated Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. I was a state legislator at the time. I, flew home within hours of the shooting and went to my high school and saw what happens when weapons of war make it into your high school. 14 kids, 3 staff members were killed. I was with the families when they were told what happened to their loved ones at, 12 o'clock at night, went on till 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't hear crying. I heard screaming. It still haunts me, quite frankly. Today may be the anniversary, but these families still have an empty chair at the dinner table. They have an empty room in their house. They're, every day for them is a reminder that the only thing they did wrong was send their kid to school. And that is that's an indictment on elected officials in this country who are not doing enough to make sure that you're safe at school or at the grocery store or at a movie theater or at a synagogue or at a church. That's what I've been working on in the last 6 years, along with many of the parents and many of the students who have become activists on school safety or have become activists on gun violence prevention. Florida did the right thing after that, right? Within 3 weeks, we raised the age to 21. We passed 3-day waiting periods, and we passed red flag laws in this country. By the way, the red flag laws we put in place after Parkland have been used 12,000 times by law enforcement. Law enforcement has deemed someone a threat to themselves or a threat to others 12,000 times in Florida. In 6 years, it was done on a bipartisan basis, led by Republicans. So Florida showed that it can be done. But, today is just a reminder. I know many of those families will be at the cemetery all day. And so, I think of them. I think of the students that didn't make it out of the building. I think about the families that are affected. I think about the students that did make it out of the building and have, are mentally impacted by what they dealt with. And we saw the failures in Parkland repeated in Uvalde. And so, it's a tough day today. I can't believe it's been 6 years. It really feels like it was just yesterday. But look, every time I go home to my community in Parkland, I drive past that school. And it's why, Mika, I've brought elected officials through that building. Bringing the education secretary through the building, bringing Democrats and Republicans, House members through that building. It's a time capsule. So we can figure out how up here in Congress, when this place decides to work again, on how we can help parents and kids be safe in school.
Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz of Florida, thank you very much for coming on the show this morning. Thank you.
Thanks, Mika.